own value that you're bringing, or you stay in bad partnerships to where they're not profitable for you because you don't understand your own value. So we go dive into that. So we go start off. First of all, what is value? So value is a fair return or equivalent in goods, services, or money for something exchanged. So think about that. It said a fair return. So even then, it might the person might not feel like that product or service that you presenting is has any value. They don't feel like it's a fair exchange. So they could be feeling as okay, I don't get that money's worth out of this. When one of the issues could be just because you didn't communicate the value right to them. So think about that. If you are somebody who struggles, especially with communicating value, you can't make the customer see the value in what you do. And like I said, it tends to make you underprice your product or service. And I know I am guilty of this. I have underpriced stuff plenty of times because I didn't understand the magnitude of the value I was providing. So I'll give you a perfect example. I sell websites, not just websites, I sell automated systems to a website. So if you're getting a website built from me, you're getting something that can book the appointments, nurture the leads, and close the leads to where all they have to do is show up on an appointment. You know, it's a very automated flow. Before this, I was pretty much just saying, okay, I'll redesign your website. I wasn't understanding that I was selling all of that to them, which in turn make them get more leads, which in turn saves them time and makes their business more money. So that's one thing that it was important that I had to learn through Dale Carnegie sales training was you sell the value, you sell the outcome. You don't never just sell what you do, you sell the outcome of what you do. And I think that was just doing that can make a game changer, and that can make you price stuff more confidently when you definitely understand. Okay, this is what you're getting when you come to me for this or whatnot. And think about this: no matter what industry you in, you have a value. Like if you're a hairdresser, somebody in the beauty industry, or anything like that, do you know the value you give to somebody by making them feel a certain way, especially if they just got over a breakup or something, or even if they trying to get somebody new, whatever it is, you can't put a price on confidence. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, people do tend to undervalue their stuff because they don't really understand the value that they're giving to the end client. So I think one thing that'd be a good exercise for you guys to do is write down what is the person getting at the end when they get your product or service. But think about it too, it has to be something tangible and it has to be something emotional. So they could be getting multiple things because that's what people are driven by. That's one thing that we learned in sales training too. Is things most people buy something or associate value with it emotionally, not necessarily the tangible thing of it. It's the emotional part that they really tie into it. So that's definitely a key when it comes to really communicating your value. It is understanding it and then tying it into the emotion. So I want you guys to drop down in the chat. Have you ever underpriced your product or service? And if you did, was it by a lot? Was it to a point to where it was still profitable for you? And why did you do that? Were you scared to say it, or was the customer just haggling? But one of the best positions I found out that you could be in business is to say no and to be okay with that. To be okay with missing out on a sale just because you won't undercut your price, or because that project or service or whatever, it just doesn't fit you or whatever. So I think that that's one of the best places to arrive to where you don't you do something because you want to do it, or you just you have that flexibility to end up doing it or whatnot. So another thing I want to touch on too is even outside of customers too, you have to, I think it's good to be valuable to ecosystem. One of my good mentors, Allison Kerr, the founder of Art Impact Marketing, and she's probably watching this. Hi, if you are. But a lot of things that she talks about is being the value in a ecosystem. So even it's always good to have an ecosystem, like a tribe or a team of people, whether that's with the same mindset or within the same industry that you're in, because that can add strength to the end client, that can add strength to your business as well as add more value to the end client. So think about it like this. I use the Allison from Art Impact Marketing. There's certain things that I don't do when it comes to branding and graphics or whatnot like that, but that can make my offering more stronger and more valuable to a customer if I have someone else around me that does that, like her, Allison, and then we can go into the end client and present a better solution, for a more all-around solution for what they're looking. So that's why the ecosystem is definitely important, because it gives you more of a range, if you will. It gives you more of a range when doing business or whatnot. But how do you be of value to that ecosystem? I think one good thing is to definitely make sure you're always increasing your skills or adding on to your skills, and you just gotta just learn how to be of value to that. And then two, you have to, just like anything else, you have to understand when certain ecosystems, you may be all of the value, and it might not be worth you to be in that ecosystem. So value goes a lot of different ways, but I think the very first starting point is understanding yours and understanding how to increase it, or and understanding how to communicate it. So those are the best things that I can say for that. So like I said, this is just episode on Mindset Monday. Tuning in from the office. Any of you guys got anything to say in the chat, make sure you put it down there. I appreciate you for watching. Any of you lovely ladies out there that need any good smelling fragrance, make sure you check out preeminentbrands.net. And also make sure you check it out on Amazon. One of the top sellers on there is Orgasm Perfume. That scent will last you 16 to 24 hours. And it is made by yours truly that learned how to make fragrance in Paris. So, like I said, any of you ladies love that, make sure you check that out. And everyone else, you guys be great. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe down below. And I will catch you guys on the next one.